and I had to double click it. Surprisingly.
And we are live Sunday night with those guys.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? How you doing, Paul? How are you doing, Herman? Night Train and Coast to Coast.
Yep, everyone is in the house.
I need to refresh this. Oh, here it is. Shut that down, and I'm there. There we go. I don't like the way it opens up that new window, but that's okay. Everyone will figure it out. They'll be like, wait a minute, they stopped talking to us. Okay, here we go. They're starting to jump in. Well,
It
welcome
only
to.
happens
Hey,
on
did
your,
I say anything? Did you catch? I didn't say anything related, phone related. I didn't say Google or anything. My phone just said, tap your code to unlock the phone.
That's because your phone,
That's because they're listening too damn hard.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But it's okay. Welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys, and the very last Sunday of the year for 2019.
Is
and
it?
Huh?
Wow.
Wow. Because if you think about it, the playoffs are about to start in football, and I like the playoffs. You know why? If I don't watch any other time of the season, I watch the playoffs, and it's only because I know shortly after the playoffs, the weather's going to slowly start to break again. Or at
Really?
least hypothetically, it's supposed to.
Al Diaz, how you doing?
Happy holidays to you, and Happy New Year, brother. So Herman, you survived last night. Paul, if
I heard he was going partying last night. I didn't hear the
no partying, but trust me, if family could have the market on human slavery, Herman was the mule last night. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail. I'll let him if he decides to or whatever. But last I spoke to Herman, usually Herman, we part with him feeling sorry for me. But last night when we parted, I was like, damn, I feel sorry for a brother. I really do. What's up, Al?
It's funny with the amount of things that had to be done. I came out the shower and I sat down and boxing was on. And after the first fight.
Hey, Lena Music, how are you? And welcome to Sunday Nights with those guys.
I realized that I had a party to get to somewhere around the 11th round of the main event. Well, I made it.
Okay, that's good to know. You did make it. Hey, Lena Music, thanks for stopping by Sunday Nights with those guys. Happy New Year to you, your family, and everyone you like and or dislike. Josh Elam, Josh. We're just gonna go with Josh. What's up, buddy? How are you? Well, anyway, Paul.
Yes, sir.
How was your Christmas in general?
Well, we had a really good time on Roger's Christmas special, Christmas Eve.
Well, yeah.
And then Christmas Day, me and I just kind of vegged out for the day.
How was yours, Herman? I know how it was. Hell's Pawn, what's up? Happy holidays.
It was all right. It was all right. It was long.
It was long.
It was long.
I'm going to be honest. Mine was a long day, but after everything I did, my wife went upstairs to go visit her mom's. Then we left and we went out and had breakfast at a friend's house to open gifts. And then from the friend's house, we went to my mother's house, which fortunately we didn't go there to eat this year, because had we gone there to eat this year, I would no way have been able to get out of there within the 2-hour marker that I had set. Because when you go to my mother's house and she says she's having dinner, my mother's from the South, Paul. So when she says she's having dinner at 4, you can expect to eat about 7. 7:30. So when you go to her house, like she'll say dinner is at 4, and I will not show up purposely until 6, and she'll still say all I have to do is make the rice and peas and the cornbread.
Yep.
You know, but
That's all, right?
we didn't have to. We didn't have to. We didn't eat there because my wife actually wanted to come back home so she could go upstairs and spend time with her moms for Christmas. And
Ah,
I needed to come back and cook a pernil. You know what that is? A pernil, a roast pork shoulder.
oh, okay.
You know where you cut the skin off and you make the fried pork skin. That I had to make one of those. So
Ah,
I got back home about 2 o'clock, and basically from 2 o'clock until about maybe 7 or 8, I basically had no time to relax because I had to make sides to go with that and etc. So basically, while she was upstairs with her mom celebrating Christmas, my daughter was in a room with her new phone, you know, little girl stuff. On, I was in the kitchen burning until
cooking,
later on.
cooking, cooking.
Michael W. Blade, Happy New Year's, guys. And oh, dude, PR blood in me. Dude, Paul, you may not know what a patele is, a patele, but it's a dish. It's something that they make on the holidays that's made of yuca. It's usually stuffed with chicken and chickpeas and sometimes pepper. But it looks like a You ever see a tamale?
Yeah.
It looks like a tamale, except it's wrapped in banana leaf. Well, anyway, I have been eating these things. I'm 55. I've been eating these things since I was about 13 years old. And I'm not Puerto Rican. And I can tell you, I can smell it and tell you if it's any damn good.
Wow.
Al Diaz just
You're
thinks,
you're a you're a connoisseur then.
oh, yes, 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 yes.
Hello, Robert. Rojo.
Rojo, what's good, man? Hey, look, anyone that's
Robert.
not on the panel that wants to come in tonight, Paul, if you have them for a friend or whatever, bring them on in. It's the last Sunday of the year, and basically, time to
Did you
start anew.
send Justin the
Yes, I sent Justin. If you name him, I sent him an invite. Only when I
okay.
didn't send an invite was the Philly Drone Life, and I didn't think he was going to come through because he was up early this morning. But if he pops in, I still got an invite for him.
What about the other
Rojo,
guy?
you have Rojo's email. Send him one. Get him in here if he can come in. Anyway, wow, my seat just dropped. Did you see that?
You gotta tighten it up.
No, what it is, the lever to lower it is on this side where the couch is. So when I back up a certain way,
When you bump the couch.
I
Yeah.
bump the couch and it goes and drops on me. But I was going to have a box opening, but I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to show it.
What?
I am
What'd you get?
3/4. I'm 3/4 done.
What'd you get?
Hold on. 3/4 done with my Christmas shopping for me.
Oh,
So you got a mini.
No, I don't have a tie clip. Oh, you got it. You got, oh, you got a Tab A. Paul, those are some badass tablets.
Well, I'll tell you what
to
happened.
fly in with. I have one.
I'll tell you what happened. You remember that? I guess you're not a kid-friendly channel, right?
We're not a what?
You're not a kid-friendly show, right?
Oh, no. We don't play that here.
You know the girl over at Best Buy, right?
Yeah.
Well, she started looking into my account and see where I was. Well, not at Best Buy, at the Sprint store. Because I was going to go to Best Buy and change my mind. So let me go to the Sprint store. They probably got a better
We got
deal.
you, Rojo.
And she noticed that I was paying more for the other tablet, which is smaller and a few years older. And she did some configuring that I didn't have to, you know how you have to keep it for at least 2 years or they hit you with the early cancellation fee. Well, I was way beyond that. And I'm still paying for this thing. And the new one was better and cheaper.
Okay.
So she did that. Then she was like, do you really need international calling? Who are you calling overseas? I was like, no one. I mean, like, what, is Canada and Mexico overseas? She was like, no. So I was like, okay. So no, I don't need that. So she took that off and changed a few things around. And I ended up walking out of there with a pretty good price.
Okay. So
and I kept my old phone. So I'm going to use that on my the Osmo.
Oh, great. So now that phone is dedicated for your Osmo.
Just for the Osmo. And the other one is dedicated just for the, what that thing there, the Tello. So I'm good. And
Yeah.
they took $20 off on my phone monthly.
Life's good.
That's great to hear. Quick question: does anyone they want to know?
I'm gonna get screwed.
The guys in the chat want to know what we think about, the drone laws that are just being, and our thoughts on those FAA rules. We were actually waiting for it to fill up, but we see there's 12 watching, and
Well, Robert,
Matt's fixing his computer and listening to us, so we can go into that. But I need a link, Herman, or something. If you can put it in the Zoom chat, because for some reason I swore I saved it 3 times, and 3 times I can't find it.
a link for what?
The FAA rules that are out. I had received. Let me check my email. Nope, that's not it. I don't have it. Somehow, I have this thing as of lately, to deleting stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I deleted it. Okay, hold on. The Federal Aviation Administration. See, now I have the whole printout here. No, not even. That's 3 ways of remotely identifying. Okay, I do have it.
Oh, you have that, right?
I have that. I have the graphics of that. So while you're talking, wow, that's sucky graphics. Let me see if I can download this.
Yeah, when I saw that earlier, it was kind of blurry,
Yeah. I have 55-year-old eyes. I have to check that out.
Well, what I haven't found yet is the link to the entire proposal, which is 400.
Which is supposedly 300 and something pages.
Yeah, 400 and something pages.
Okay, 400 and something pages. You know what? I would like to read that too. I had saw someone on the YouTube channel that you watch, Herman, one of those drone news channels that I clicked on. Hi,
Val.
I'm quite sure a lot of it is a little bit of mambo jambo and rewording of the same old thing, and then they hit you when you're not looking.
Hi, Val. I hear you're in there. Oh,
Val's got her elf hat on.
You know what sucks about this picture?
Val, you got one problem. You got cauliflower ear on one ear, and the other ear is just big.
They're both like that.
Yeah, but the other one hangs off your head.
I received this in the mail. I don't know who sent it to me, but
I heard Herman sent it.
I got it set up. I have that screen set up. The only problem is
what?
It's slightly blurry, but if I need to share a screen, hey, Elf Val is here.
Yes. Yep. That's the hat that Herman sent her, didn't you, Herman?
No. I don't know what Val's address.
Hold on, Val. I was going to send you some cornbread because I was checking out the show the other time, and people were sending her boxes of cornbread. Like, have you never experienced cornbread in a box, or why were they sending
me? I've been eating cornbread since I was a little girl.
So why were they sending you cornbread?
Well, Josh just did because our jump off did because he sent Kim a case of cornbread. And I was like, what? How come he rates a case? Well, I don't
Santiago, what's good, buddy?
Because I'm keto. But,
Jack Sparky.
Yay.
Well, Happy New Year, Val. And I'm highly upset. You know why? But that hat that you have, not the exact hat, but I was looking for an elf hat, and I started looking too late, and they were gone everywhere because I'm 6'3".
I got 4 of them.
But I'm 6'3", so I figured, don't put a Santa hat on, get an elf hat. You saw the movie, Fly Natural. Oh my God, Jack Sparky. Everyone's coming in to the last Sunday nights with those guys for 2019.
Lawrence, tell Val she missed about the wrap you were talking about with the bananas and the leaves. That's kind of like
Val, have you ever heard of anything called? Have you heard of a type of Spanish Puerto Rican food called patele or pasteles?
Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
I have not. What is it?
It's made from a Puerto Rican root called yuca that once you boil it, it's almost like potato, a stiff version of a potato. But you take that and you take chicken, beef, or pork, chickpeas, peppers, and you make like a tamale out of it, and you wrap it in a banana leaf, and then to cook it, you have to cook it for about 3 hours. And then when you unroll it, it looks like one almost gelatinous mold of a tamale. But they are
Wow.
super, super good. And you
Lawrence,
usually
they
get them
got
on a
that
holiday.
yuca cassava in a lot of places.
Well, put it this way, Val, when my wife and I, her mother used to send us from Puerto Rico about 40 or 50 at a time. And when they start
Oh,
getting down to
really?
about 20, then my wife and I say, look, you take 10 and I take 10. Don't eat your shit. Because if you eat yours, you're not getting none of mine. You know? So every time you see us eating one in the house, like, how many you got left? Because I know how many I got. What's
Oh
up,
my
Curtis?
God.
Happy New Year.
What's going on, guys? Happy New
Fly
Year.
Natural TCM drone.
So you're saying that if you had one left and your wife didn't have any and she was hungry, you wouldn't
I'd
split
eat
with
it.
her?
I'd eat it, damn it.
Wow.
That's right. Listen, ask her.
Wow.
I'm not lying. She will tell you, don't leave any yuca or don't leave any what the heck are those? Tamarinds?
Popcorn.
Huh?
Caramel popcorn.
Caramel popcorn. He's talking about literally tooth falling out of his mouth eating that stuff from the sugar. Oh, popcorn is good. I don't mind flavored popcorn. Beast mode is back. But anyway, Val, I almost had an opening.
He's got something
I
open.
almost had a box opening. Santa sent me something, and I was saying earlier that I am 3/4 done with my personal Christmas list. The last thing that I have to get on my personal Christmas list, which will probably be around Valentine's Day to myself, will be a Mavic 2 Pro. But I've been flying FPV with EV100 goggles. And if you guys want to know what it is to fly FPV with that thing, hey, Cardoso, if you take your hand like this and you look through it and you imagine trying to look at a stamp, that's what it was. Well,
Let me
finally
see.
got a real pair of headphones. I mean, a
Oh.
real pair of goggles.
Ooh, hold those up. I don't have my glasses on. What kind are those?
Sky Zone 02 X's.
Ooh.
Right here. What I specifically got them for was this little feature right here. You see that little dot?
Yeah.
Well, when you have your goggles on, you often have to take them off to look to see where things is.
That's a
But
camera.
You tap a button, it's a camera.
Well, you know what would be cool? It would be cool, Lawrence, if get a sticker that looks like a third eye that goes around that
and put it over the camera.
Put it around the camera.
And I have my stickers here. So tonight I will decorate it, but I did pretty good this Christmas. I hope everyone else had at least a half decent Christmas. I think I did pretty good. I mean, all things considering, the Mavic 2 fund is still on the side, but that will be my last gift to myself, probably going into 2020. But
So
I'm not getting a tie clip.
Nice.
I'm not getting a Mavic Mini tie clip, which, by the way, if you guys don't
Lawrence,
know,
I'll be right back.
Big Matt in the chat here,
Don't go, Herman.
he has a Mavic Mini, and he's been taking some phenomenal pictures with it.
Yep.
If I have his permission, what's up? Welcome back, Night Train. If I have his permission, I'll show you some of the pictures and video that he's been shooting with this Mavic Mini.
So I just got off the phone with Comcast. My wife and I, we decided to get a 75-inch TV for our holidays.
Nice.
And being the motion graphics guy that I am, my eye is really trained for ultimate pixelation
and imperfections.
And just I went through every TV in Best Buy looking for what I wanted. I picked out what I thought was the absolute best one for the value, which is not the top of the line one, but very, very good. I get it home. I'm watching the standard channels, NBC, CBS, and all that stuff. And it's not quite clear to me. It's a little fuzzy, just a little bit. My wife's like, oh, it's a beautiful picture, beautiful picture. I'm like, nope, it's a little fuzzy. So we go look at Netflix. It's crystal clear. We go look at YouTube, put my YouTube videos up there. It's crystal clear. I call Comcast. They go, nope. If you got a bigger TV, those pixels are spread out because it's only in standard definition. I'm pissed.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's no there's no upscaling, which I don't know why there would be, but I just assumed that there would be, but there's not. NBC, CBS, all the lower channels, they just come in standard definition. That's it. So if you buy a big screen TV, you're out of luck on those.
That's not good.
Oh well.
That's
Just a word
seriously
of warning for everybody who's thinking about going big.
Well, my only problem with going big is having to move that sucker.
Well, it was a big chore hooking all this thing up. Trust me.
And then you get it, and it now. What is the true resolution? First, how many megahertz is it, and what is the true resolution of the TV?
It's 4K.
It's 4K.
I could have gone
enhanced.
8K, but I went 4K.
It's an enhanced.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because
with a high refresh rate. So, and the reason we got the high refresh rate was because we watch a lot of Seahawks, and Beast Mode is back tonight. Sorry. Marshawn Lynch is back on. He's older, a little more beat up.
Yes.
But hey, what the heck? What
so
the heck's
Val,
going on with Val?
How was your Christmas, Val?
You know what?
You're distracted, aren't you?
I worked Christmas Day, so I forgot to put a like. I had to go like you. That's what I was trying to look around all my stuff to look down at the like. I had to work Christmas Day, but I was off all Christmas Eve. The kids came over, and my son put in a garbage disposal for me. Whoop, whoop. I am so excited because mine's been broken for years. And I kept saying I'd do it, but then I didn't, and he came and did it. Bought one, and he and my roommate put it in for me. And so now I have my garbage disposal back. So I just went
Interesting.
there and I just worked.
So that's how you're going to get rid of the body parts, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garbage disposal.
Yeah.
The garbage disposal.
And then burn the bones. That's what they do. Elves do.
That's what elves do?
Mm-hmm.
They burn the bones and make pixie dust, right?
That's right. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Michael Blade.
Yeah, Michael Blade, George.
All of you guys that are in here, please click the like button. We seem to have a large number of lurkers, more so than people in the room in the actual chat. But we appreciate you all. It's the last Sunday of the year, and I'm not even going to go into that. Rodney Bell, how are you, sir? I'm not even going to go into that resolution thing because I don't believe in it. It's a farce. Indigo Rhino. I finally got my O2s. I'm waiting to go flying. But
you know what?
Yeah.
Fly Natural asked a question here, and it's funny that he asked that because you remember when I was telling you before about spending a certain amount of money on a drone to not be able to fly it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Val, thank you so much.
With the way the FAA
I forgot it's the last day of the year. For you.
But now with you talking about with this new remote ID and everything like that, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to fly that thing wherever you want to, except for in an AMA field.
Well, a few people have been wanting us to go into this conversation, and I think there's more than enough people here to do it. And the big question is, what are we going to do about this this whole FAA game rule change and stuff like that? And Herman pointed out something that was very critical. There are going to be 3 different types of remote identification. I have a chart up here. If I can get back to this and point it out to you, Herman, you can go into detail if you don't mind on each section.
Well, I didn't really get into it much, but
well, the first actual way is a standard remote identification, which means basically you're using Lance. You're going to use Lance, and Lance will identify where you are. Now, my only problem with this is they claim the older drones, if I'm right, Herman, if you have an older drone without this identification,
technology,
system, any of these 3 identification systems in here, what's going to happen is you're only going to be limited to an AMA park, an AMA field, which means basically if you don't have one of these remote ID systems, such as you're using Lance and or some kind of local network that's, these 2 here seem to be through Lance. This individual one is this app that they're talking about. The third one where people can pull out their cell phones and see if there are drones in the area. What do you got to say about it?
Well, did you
How
see
do you feel about it?
the most interesting part of that was the middle one that you were showing there?
Yes. Yeah.
400 feet high, 400 feet around, and that's as far as you can fly.
Which is
Right.
right. And I'm guesstimating that's going to be on the level of AMA airfields. As you think about it, the AMA airfield, usually their circles are anywhere from 100 to about 300 feet wide.
What I think is happening is they're going to be using your own software through whatever connections that you have through like your DJI app or whatever to limit your drone in these areas. So
well, I think too, Herman, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've been reading, and I haven't read the
FPV, how are you?
420 pages.
Can I intervene really quick, because this is very important topic here. Indigo Rhino brought up something interesting, and I did read something similar to what you're saying. He says if I'm flying a DJI drone, I can get the remote ID. If you're talking about remote ID on my freestyle stuff, well, they can't remote ID this. This is nuts. Now, Indigo, they did state that amateur builders, it's worded amateur builders. Now, what they didn't specify fixed wing or racing drones.
It's both.
This amateur building would go in this category of not having to have remote ID. And it's like you said, it's impossible to have remote ID anyway on these builds, but it gets to the point of what do you call amateur?
Well, the other key thing that I wanted to bring up, Lawrence, was the fact that it requires you to link your drone to the internet. So if you're flying with just a pad that doesn't have cell service or internet link, you're screwed.
Not necessarily.
No, it's true.
No, it is true.
How?
No internet, you're not flying.
You're not flying.
You're not flying.
So if I go up to, you can't fly at Mount Rainier, but hypothetically, if I was up in Mount Rainier right beside it, I couldn't fly up there because there's no internet under these proposals. We need to unify, guys. That's all there is to it. We need to unify, and we need to make our voice heard.
This is why also we had Ryan on here a couple of weeks back. I need to hit him up or speak to Sean Geeksvana to find out what the actual court case decision was, because he did say in a couple of weeks they had already went to trial. They were supposed to come up with some kind of decision or something. So we have till March for what, Night Train, for it to go into full effect? But
no, we actually have almost 4 years before the law takes place, but we have till March to they're going to voice your opinion, and there's some links. I don't have the links in front of me, but there's the ability to voice your opinion with the FAA. It's called a commentary or whatever. I don't have all the stuff right in front of me because I got 20 things going at once here, trying to jump on and keep the TV going at the same time. But yeah. Well, man, when you spend all that money, you want it to work. What can you say? But yeah, it's commercials. It is commercial drone usage that is going to be the issue. It's the Amazons, it's the United States Postal Service, it's UPS, FedEx, Pizza Hut. All these guys are trying to push us out of the airspace, which is ironic because if you go back in time, it was us that developed this technology. It was us putting this stuff together. And then, of course, companies like DJI and Team Black Sheep, and they kind of built upon the ideas of what everybody started doing and making making it commercially viable for us to get an easier platform to get out there and fly. But it was us that started it.
You're right, Kurt. And I addressed this many months ago on these live streams, that how we were the test bunnies for a lot of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And now, and it's just the same old playbook that's been played for everything that goes down in this world. You demonize it, you make it easy to push them aside, and then you just take over the space. And they want it all for themselves. The hobby is gonna die if we don't do something to, try to keep our space in the world.
So just a few of the chats in there to let you guys know that we're all on here. Rojo Droner says, yes, we need to unify. TCM Drone, can't you use a hotspot? That hotspot has to have a internet connection. If you don't have an internet connection, that you're screwed under this proposal. Yes, Cardoso Media, it will take 3 to 4 years for this to be fully implemented, but in March, you have till March. I think it's in January where this goes up for a period of comment where you're allowed to comment on it. And I believe there's a couple of different websites and YouTube videos have said there's over 1 million of us. So we all need to comment on this. But it is corporations that are pushing this agenda. They want us out of the way so they can safely fly. They want us back in the AMA fields.
Saying that, but what are your facts on that? It's absolutely corporate doing this.
Well, I needed to. I wish you guys would tell me before you're going to do this so I could pull all this stuff up.
Well,
I would need to go grab all of it.
Honestly, not to help you out on that one, Curtis. And I've mentioned it 101 billion times on those live streams, that if you guys watch the symposium when the FAA had that earlier this year, that's who was there. That's who was speaking. Yep. That's who was making the waves. That's who's writing the tickets.
Well, and let me just say, I'm not saying it's not corporate. But I think when we start throwing these logs on the fire, got to make sure. I have seen 15 times getting up into a shaky snit because they think something is happening. But if we still have time to go in and talk about it, then that's probably what we need to do. What I worry about is I'm going to hear 4 years of nothing but this.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's keep talking about it. And then look out for the skies. They're closing every clickbaity thing. And I'm going to lose my mind.
You're absolutely right.
You're
absolutely right.
Also, Night Train FPV says the government drones will be exempt from this also. That's true.
Yes, they will be.
But of course it would be, because of course it would be.
Well, the government
that doesn't surprise me at all.
Government and law enforcement in general will be exempt because they just, in fact, I did have an article on it. They are just now, trust me, help me with this here, because they're trying to overturn a law that was written in 1948 that would allow drones to do building inspections. Now, record scratch, the world stopped spinning, but in 1948, what did they know about writing laws for inspecting buildings that's allowing drones not to inspect buildings? What happened was recently here in New York, a lady was walking down the street here in Manhattan. She's an architect. Piece of building fell on her and crushed her to death. Okay. Now, the building was cited for having a bad facade because pieces were starting to fall off. And right now, at present day, they have no way to inspect these buildings. They're too tall for ladders. You can't get a close enough view from across the street with a camera looking through glass. You can't hang someone from the facade because the facade is so old. Now they're saying that had they been able to take a drone up and do inspections, they would have been able to do something about it. Now, this is the story. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I don't care about the copyright, whatever, but it's an interesting story. I'm going to try and turn it up.
Okay.
Buildings. The move comes after an architect was killed by a section of falling facade from a building in Midtown.
You can hear it?
CBS Tuesday.
Yeah.
From Lower Manhattan.
We need to get creative. Some city council members want to lift building.
I got that same shot.
Yeah.
The problems by air, not with helicopters, but with things much smaller. The city needs to embrace Drone technology. Bills are in the works to mandate timely drone checks. It would require the Department of Building to conduct.
Look at this joker.
I know he's a clown.
Within 48 hours of
Who is this guy?
A clown. Don't worry about it.
Brooklyn Borough President.
These proposals is a result of Tuesday's falling debris.
I used to do the fire alarm in that building, Lawrence.
As she walked in Midtown, inspectors issued a violation to the building back in April. Erica was killed in December. Drones could get in close where inspectors
taken
and this could take place before
one step forward, two steps back.
other smaller cities can use them for building inspections.
Due to an outdated law, drone usage remains complex in New York City, and our city has been behind there.
But some in New York City worry about adding to crowded airspace and the potential for drone-related attacks. I wouldn't want to.
Drone-related attacks. What?
Then say it's that old law from 1948 that prevents them from lifting this drone up off this table for the demonstration.
Inspecting the nooks and crannies of City Hall, we see
It's
that
almost
drone
over.
cameras detect heat and zoom in for views the human eye can't see.
Not only be able to tell if it's about to fall, but you'll be able to tell if there's water seeping into it.
Supporters of the plan say that the mayor and leaders of the Department of Buildings and NYPD voice strong support to
Hey, Damon.
keep this effort and see it take flight.
3X.
For Manhattan, Dave Carlin, CBS
Okay,
2
I'm
News.
trying to stop it.
Building owners would.
Okay.
I can add to that also. Right up here in Tacoma, at the Port of Tacoma, where I work, we have 19 different cranes. Every time a crane has to be inspected, it's a 3-day ordeal.
Hey,
The
drone.
guys have to get. There's so many safety things the guys that climb up there have to put on and go through just to get out on the ends of these cranes. And they've all said, "Hey, if we can have a drone, we can go inspect this thing and take really close-up photos of them." But,
Yeah, but
port
do they,
security
in
will
your,
not allow them.
in your city, do they have a law that was written in 1948?
No, they don't have a law written in 1948.
Now,
It's
This is, sorry to interrupt, but this is the point I'm trying to make. What law did they write that they wrote in 1948? They barely had fireman ladders that went up 4 stories. How the hell could you write a law in 1948 that affects modern day drones today? But they have to fight to overrule it. And this is what's screwing up the drone community now, because all of the laws that they're going by are written from God knows when.
I think we should do what Brant says. Just drop a GoPro off the roof.
Off a fishing line off the roof to do the inspection.
So,
That would be great to do, except this roof was so unstable
Until
that they
it
could not
turns
get,
and starts looking up at you.
they could
Can
not
I
get
ask a
near the
question?
facade to do it.
can
though.
I ask a question?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask it of Paul because I know he has a 107.
Chris Hope,
and
how are you?
maybe somebody else does, but I know Paul does. Paul, isn't there a way around some of this if you have a 107 by getting like an exemption to be able to do this kind of work?
Well, there's always exemptions that you can apply for, but the thing is we are going to be changing the rules now, including commercial and non-commercial drone pilots.
So how much commercial are they going to change if we can get exemption? I mean, there's usually always a workaround in some way.
Well, Val, in answer to what you're saying, by them overturning this rule, the city has already agreed with the buildings department to hire outside contractors. So if you were a 107 pilot right now in the state of New York and you could get to the Department of Buildings, 9 times out of 10, you would get in on the bandwagon before a few other people do.
But what happens when all this FAA new law comes in? Are you still going to be able to do that with exemptions through?
Well, right, to be honest, right now, I'm going to tell you straight up. Herman's been saying it for the 2 years, even before, but he's been saying it for a while. It's going to come to the point in the state of New York and the metropolitan area where if you're not a 107 pilot, you can't fly. They just took the Manhattan Island, which was a no-fly zone. I'm going to try and get the graphic, and made it a total no-fly zone from Battery Park in Manhattan all the way up to 116th Street in Harlem. Okay,
Right.
They made the entire island red. Now, that was because it's illegal to fly in Manhattan, and most of the flying is being done around Midtown, the Empire State Building, blah, blah, blah. But The problem they have is no one's taking off in Manhattan. They're
Yes,
flying into Manhattan from New
Right.
Jersey. They're flying in from Queens. They're flying in
From the
from
beach.
Brooklyn. You know, they're flying across water. So now they said, okay, we'll fix you in New York from the George Washington Bridge, which is at 181st Street. I probably could do it better showing you on the
It
map.
was exemption for 107
Right.
in the city of
It's a no-fly zone.
Manhattan, the borough of Manhattan.
Yes, right. Yes. Now, the waterways, they say these guys are flying into Manhattan from all around.
Yeah, but they're
Let's make the
infringing
waterways a
upon Brooklyn.
no-fly zone. Right. Let's make the waterways a no-fly zone as well. So now if you fly out over the water, you can get in trouble.
But the fort is still in uncontrolled airspace.
And if you are a 107 licensed pilot and you're doing business there, you can apply for a waiver to fly. The television companies do it every day. They send a drone up in the middle of the city.
So do you think they're trying to push us to all up our game by getting 107s and being able to
Of course, yes.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Don't eat my hat.
They want the serious people to have the 107, and
right.
And just like anything else, I'm hoping that some of you just disappear.
Yeah.
So,
because the ones that are not serious, pretty much, if you're not 107 in New York City metropolitan area, you will be considered rogue, because if you're flying anywhere outside of an AMA airfield, according to these new rules, you will be considered rogue, especially if you have an old computer doesn't have
one
an
of the new
RFID.
drones.
Sean,
you got one of the new drones and internet connection.
Sean is here.
Right.
You had questions for him.
Well, and the other thing too is this is going to usher in all kinds of new drones.
So we're gonna have to get new drones.
More expensive, but they're
everyone's going to have to buy new drones, or you can only fly your old DJI drones in an AMA airfield. If you're caught flying outside of that AMA airfield, you will be considered what they call a rogue pilot.
What if you get a strobe that broadcasts all your information and fly it on top of your drone?
A giant hologram, right? ID number 7734.
And I'm standing, and he's standing over there.
There's already a way to do that, and DJI's kind of shown it where you can already do that with every drone that's already out there. There's already a connection between your RC and the drone. Now, it's not enough information that the government wants, but there's a way to do it.
Well, right now in New York, they've implemented it over the last 2 years. Herman and anyone that lives here in New York could tell you who flies a DJI drone. When they were doing the testing and the data gathering 2 years ago, they would a helicopter would hover near drone pilots. And we actually got to experience it because we use radios, and we usually tune to the police band frequency as well to know what's going on.
Hey, Val, did you want to add something?
Stop pulling on your ears.
I did want to ask something.
Val, stop pulling on your ears. They're going to get big.
I know. I was going to ask what this has to do then with FPV. So if I went out and I got my 107, would my FPV, my 5-inch quad, fall under that?
Now,
I have to register it at that point. And would I not be able to fly it?
Well, see, they do have technology to detect those drones too.
Yes. That's on the lower spectrum. They're more worried about the proprietary drones like DJI, Evo, Ortel Evo.
Drones.
Right. Your FPV drone can be zapped out of the sky at the pull of a trigger on a certain frequency.
But couldn't my drone have the same thing happen to it? Couldn't they knock out the sky?
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at this for 1 second, though.
With a gun.
There is a difference in what an FPV pilot is doing for fun and what we as camera drone pilots are doing for fun. An FPV pilot is going to be just fine flying at a pre-designated area because the flying is the fun for him. Whereas for us, it's about capturing footage from someplace that is unique to us, which is not necessarily going to be just at a flying field.
Okay. Here's something Geeks Vana Yeah, I sent you an invite, and this is exactly it. So don't panic. Remote ID will not happen like the FAA announcement in his opinion. 100% won't happen because it's true. It's impossible. They can't do it overnight. In his opinion, they announced this so that when they release what they want to use on people, they will accept it already.
Be right back.
And plain and simple,
Yeah,
they're
Paul.
they're pretty much fear mongering everyone, like Herman said,
Yeah.
so that they can get you ready for what they have prepared. Like here in New York, they've been telling us, you're not going to be able to fly. You're not going to be able to fly. Well, they're slowly making it to that point. But if you're a 107 pilot, like Herman said, you don't have to worry about that.
So why don't you guys become 107 pilots? I'm
Have-
just asking. You don't have to. I'm just asking why you wouldn't want to.
Wait. What makes you think we're not?
I'm good.
Yeah. What makes you think that?
That you're not 107s?
Yes,
Because when I first met you, you weren't. Did that change?
exactly.
I met
We
you
never
almost
tell-
a year ago.
Val, I learned you never tell the left hand what the right is doing.
Okay.
Still can
No,
get.
I don't know.
I am
about
not
being
107.
107. I think it's a good idea.
You
At
heard
this
me,
You
point,
know what? Herman predicted this years ago.
yeah.
He predicted it years ago. He said eventually you're not going to be able to
About
fly
a
in
year
New York
ago.
unless you're 107. And technically, it's trickled down. It's happening. It's real. You would be surprised how many people in New York have gotten their 107 license and just haven't said anything because they don't know what to do or they don't. Some people just got it just to be getting it, and some people got it to make a profit.
Val, stop pulling on your ears. They're going to stretch. You're gonna keep pulling on them. You're gonna keep
No,
pulling on them, and they're gonna
want to
stay
get
like
a
that.
107, but my only problem with it is not that I'm worried I can't pass it, because I mean, it's just a lot of studying and stuff like that. But to what point, because I'm not as avid a flyer of camera drones as you guys
Well,
are. I mean,
if
it
you
makes more
want,
sense for me to see you guys do it.
if you want my honest opinion, Val, you will. Hey, Plummet, welcome. I don't know if you left and came back, but if here's my honest opinion. If you want to live in New York metropolitan area, it is going to get to the point where if you want to fly any place seriously or do any real flying, like a beach scene or film your family along the beach or whatever, you may have to be 107. But as a hobbyist, they're just going to limit you and corral you into these AMA airfields.
Yeah, I can't.
Because with
I
the
need
new,
lots of empty space for me.
well, see, the reason they're especially zoning off Manhattan is because, like I mentioned before in another live stream, Uber is lobbying for the first taxiway. Plummet, we appreciate you very much, brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, we want those guys appreciates you and
But
everyone.
you know what,
here.
Lawrence? That spot is still wide open there at Calvert Vox.
Yes.
That airfield.
Yes,
that
it is.
space out there.
Yes.
But we've been there a million times. It's the same thing. I mean, for somebody for somebody that hasn't been there, if you've never been to the park, it's nice. It's got a nice view.
Right. It's an experience.
You can actually fly out of the field,
right,
out over the water.
This one AMA airfield
everything.
is the largest one that I know of in New
In
York.
the city, yeah, probably that one and the one in Staten Island.
Right.
You know
the
what?
park
I
in
don't.
Staten Island is huge.
I don't personally have a problem with flying an AMA field once in a while, but I do think that most of our flyers get pretty darn bored if they're flying the same over and over and over. There's only so much you can produce at an AMA field, I would think. Now, for me, I'm learning, so it's going to take me forever to really think that I'm going to be flying over anything significant. But for most flyers who've been doing this for a long, I can imagine Paul doing it. Okay, Paul, go to your AMA field, and every day he films that. I can't imagine that being very exciting to.
Well, it depends on how many AMA fields you have in your area to fly
True.
to. Or
That's true.
Fly from.
We have
And
5.
what's there, you know, because we also have Croton and a few others that we've never been to.
Yeah.
But we've been to Croton already.
And if you look on a map, you'd be surprised how many AMA airfields there are in the United States. The problem is most of them are in spots that are just plain boring.
Well, if you look historically at AMA, they were never designed, that club organization, to do cinematic or cinematography. Those guys like to build planes, fly them, land them, and fix whatever, build and fly and land, and build and fly and land.
Yeah, they spend 6 months building a plane
This is
to test the theory.
Well, this is why they right now FPV pilots won't have to worry as much about these new drone rules right now. And I say right now because a lot of people are switching to Crossfire and DJI, and they're starting to fly a quarter of a mile away from their spot. They're flying 6-7 blocks away. They're going around the perimeter of the park, which may be 5 acres. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of that has to do, Herman, with the fact that now you've got AMA pilots flying miniature jets at 300 miles an hour.
Right,
but it's hard to fly circles with a 300-mile-an-hour jet.
Al Diaz has a valid point. AMA fields don't want drone pilots on their fields.
No, they don't.
At least here in New York.
That's
no, they don't want them here either.
True.
Oh, it is over here, Herman.
I've been told no.
Not true. Oh God, why do we keep giving bad information?
Hey, Herman.
It's not true about New York City.
If you really believe that across the country, that drone pilots are welcome to AMA fields, we do a survey across the country.
The statement was made that in New York. That's not true.
Well, you have Flushing.
Explain to me an AMA field. I thought that was where we were supposed to go to fly.
Well, that's for members or
only
guests.
Members only.
Well, they'll give you a waiver as a guest one time, I think, won't they, Herman?
Yeah.
Depending on the club.
Okay, explain AMA.
If you have an AMA, if you're a member of the AMA, they cannot refuse you to fly in that field. You don't have to join the club.
Val doesn't know what the AMA is. She wants to know what the AMA is.
It's for model aircraft. And you fall under that category as an aircraft, as a drone pilot.
I'm an aircraft?
It's a model. It's considered a model aircraft.
Depends upon if you spin your ears.
Hard time. It's so that's what I was thinking. So why can they say then we can't be there if that's what they are and that's who's supposed to be there?
Because it's a private organization, and a private organization can do whatever they want to do. And they don't like what we do.
Well, the AMA is not going to tell you as a drone pilot you can't join.
No, they'll love you to pay your dues.
I know here for a fact at the AMA field that we were just talking about, the majority of the guys over there fly drones. They do not fly planes.
That's true.
Two drones.
But Herman, my only point is, across the country, that is not true.
And here in New York, if you want to fly a drone, the Parks Department will direct you to the AMA.
Yes, they will. That's true. If they don't have any information, they may not know where a bathroom is, but they can direct you to an AMA field.
So what AMA fields are here in Boise?
You need to Google that. Now, if I go to Google,
it gave me BARC, and it gave me a bunch of different things, but not an actual AMA field in Boise. It said Boise BARC's model airfields. Does that sound?
Yep, that's exactly it.
Coast to Coast has got a good point here, by the way. An AMA membership doesn't get you onto the field. Nope. There's an additional fee. That just gets you as a membership as an AMA.
That's an
right. That gets you your ID card to get you
right.
on the field.
Then there's a fee to get on the field.
Yes,
which is another private organization.
Those are the individual clubs.
All the different clubs that are there.
Right.
Yeah, that field doesn't look like anything I'm going to fly.
Certain clubs, I don't know how you guys operate around the country. Some guys are probably little punks about it. But here in New York, guys are actually reasonable about it, you know, considering How everybody thinks New York is just like
that's not for us.
the ugly place and people are mean here.
It's
For
true.
model airplanes and helicopters.
I go to Calvert Vox anytime I want, and I'll show my card, and they'll let me fly on their field. They will never refuse me because I'm AMA. Joining their club, I don't need to join their club.
Rojo just posted a link if you want to know about the AMA.
Thank you, Rojo.
There you go.
You're the best.
So at least Coast to Coast, Bill puts, so at least $100 to $150 a year to fly in a box for drones. Well, if you have, according to the FAA, if your drone does not have this new RFID and you have a drone that was produced after December 30th, December 31st, actually, of this year, you are required to fly in an AMA airfield, in which case, if it's kind of a catch-22, because most people I know that fly DJI drones in an AMA airfield actually go beyond the perimeter of the airfield.
Of course.
You know, so it's I guess it's personal.
The only one that I don't know about, and I don't go there because I told you it's a trash airfield, is, you know, Flushing. That's horrible.
Yeah, Interference Park.
That's horrible.
It's less than 2 miles from an airport. And all kinds of radio waves and everything. There's a reason we call it.
There's only one place that you don't get interference. That's over the cemetery.
Yeah. You guys want to do a drop really quick?
Sure.
Who we drop?
Val.
We're gonna drop Val?
No, Val's gonna lead the drop.
Oh,
I'm reading this thing.
I thought you wanted to drop
okay. Val. Sunday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those guys. See, we've learned, Val. We got energy.
She still doesn't like it.
You know,
it just doesn't sound happy.
Well, stop pulling your ears.
Right, you stop pulling your ears, and they wouldn't, you know, stay on there stuck like that.
Yeah, I just looked it up, and I think the way they do the AMA, from what he sent me, a full membership, says fly the greatest variety of aircraft.
Right.
That's what it says. So it doesn't actually say what those aircrafts are, but you can get a park pilot one where you can fly electric aircraft. Is what we have electric? Is it considered electric?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, as long as it's less than 2 pounds and slower than 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, you're good. Basically,
I gotta tell you,
basically a drone. What's up, Justin?
Than that.
You, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Hey,
What's up, Justin?
Yeah, Val.
Justin just saw your hat, Val.
Val's got her ears on.
Cool.
To be honest, we need to just sit back and see what they're going to do. And what I mean by that is there are rules that are going to be implemented and that you're going to have to follow. And right now, everyone I know on this panel has a drone that cannot broadcast an RFID. Everyone here. And you know why? Because they haven't started producing the ones that have RFIDs yet.
Now, you know what's funny about that?
Because DJI, they have the V2 out, right?
Right, they're getting ready to re-release that thing in January.
I'm wondering if they have RFID.
And I don't think so.
Because that's old stock. What's that?
They might do a trade-in program.
Trade-in program?
Say if you have the
they give you $5 for a drone you pay $2,500 for?
No, like if you bought the V2 already and you want the one with the chip in it.
Let's go over 60. That's what I would say.
And pay like $100 and get a brand new drone.
I don't think so.
I don't think they can do that, but that would be smart.
It would be.
That's not going to happen.
Jack Sparky, we appreciate you for coming in. Happy New Year to you.
How many millions of drones just to give somebody? Nah, they'll lose their shirt on that one.
But
honestly, if you think about it,
if you're in a box,
they're going to have to do more than just limit people who have non-RFID drones. There are millions and millions of them out there. So they're going to squeeze millions and millions of people in the AMA fields. and if you're not in an AMA airfield, you're considered a rogue pilot. What are they going to do?
But I don't know. I was thinking about
Hey, what's
this.
up, Tom? How are you? Happy New Year.
What's
that, Justin?
I was thinking about this. I was like, all right, so think about it. If you have a
Saigon
pilot that's on a shoot in a private area where they don't want anyone to know because they're shooting for a movie that's coming out, they don't want anyone to film. How are you gonna force someone to put an ID on it? Because once you put that ID on that drone, everyone's gonna know where you are.
That's not capable. That's impossible.
Well, you're talking about secure. You're talking about secure, closed off movie sets.
Yeah, but somebody knows you're there.
I know the guys that did the latest James Bond and the Mission Impossible shows over in Norway. They closed off that entire area. You could not get there, even if they had remote ID at that time. It wouldn't have mattered.
Right.
There's some Cardoso Media. Cardoso Media may have a valid point, and this could be possible. They'll more than likely make an RID module that retrofits other older drones. Now that I could see, where you purchase an RFID chip and you put it on your drone.
Well, I thought that was what DJI was doing with this back doorway in with this new app that they were coming up with.
DJI was looking for a cheap way to get this done.
That's the Fly Safe database. So that all you guys out there.
No. What we were talking about with the remote ID when they were talking about DJI coming up with this app to be able to broadcast this information. I thought that was DJI's way of backdooring their way these older drones into the system.
Well, the other thing that nobody's mentioned or talked about that really is kind of a pet peeve of mine is nowhere in any of these regulations that I can find, maybe if you guys know, could correct me, is they don't put any responsibility on the retailer that's selling these drawers.
Oh, they will.
Over the counter, out the door without giving them any pamphlets, regulations, or anything else, so that before you fly, you must do this.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all in the new rules. It will be. That's part of what they're going to be doing.
I said that from before.
It says
your drone even could be registered from the store.
It says the only thing he's going to put on his drone is TPU. That's understandable. I wish it were that easy, but at some time and point, they are literally going to have to figure out what they're going to do with the millions and millions of non-RFID drones they have. They're still selling Phantom 3 professionals, by God.
Yep.
The problem with the problem and the issue with what DJI is proposing with their little tracking system is it's not broadcast over the internet. It's a way of interrupting the signal so that somebody nearby can pick up on your radio frequencies. But that still does not put you onto the Lance system. It does not put you onto Kitty Hawk's database. It does not put you onto AirMap's database. So, and it does not put you in it does not let airplane pilots know where you are. So,
well, now you're talking about a transponder. If you want airplane pilots and everyone to know where you are.
Well, now if you're registering,
because if an airplane pilot is going to have to worry about 10,000 drones, 50,000 feet below him, he's going to be going crazy all day.
True.
His screen is going to be loaded with drones on it.
That's true.
Not if they pass these rules. A lot of people will drop out.
No problem, Timothy. We understand. You get that. You get that money, work. But Tom, Lens Capture says it does cover the manufacturing sector.
Yep.
My problem is the manufacturer hasn't been too reliable when it comes to things like that.
Well, for instance, look at Tom. He had the Mavic Mini for what? I think not even a week, and one of the batteries went bad already.
One of the batteries went bad. Saigon. Right, Saigon. He had a motor lock up on him on the Mavic Mini.
Yeah.
Luckily, it locked up on him over land. So
those things happen.
Yeah, but you know how DJI is very touchy with those battery situations. They might try to make some excuse up and everything like that.
So they're always going to try to make some excuse until it happens more frequently.
Okay, so I have just just, you know what surprises me? So Geek Savannah is saying that Amazon is the one who's pushing a lot of this. I don't doubt it. I just have no proof to it. But did you guys just watch the special that somebody put out just recently about how people are actually selling things as third party on Amazon that are
Yeah.
coming out of dumpsters and trash?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so I just want to say something. Ooh. Let me be the first to say, what the hell? And
You want to
so
know what,
now
Val?
somehow they're
You-
going to be flying our
Okay.
skies.
You
I
want to
don't want
know,
them flying our skies.
Val, I'm going to tell you something. There are certain chains of distributors, retail distributors that, and I used to be an opening receiver. And what my job was to go into like a Michael's or Bed Bath and Beyond and set up the entire store, receive all of the merchandise. Once they have the rows and the aisle set up, I would send the merchandise out to the floor. Now, my job was to also teach these guys in these stores how to be a receiver and receive these millions of dollars in merchandise and how to return it. Now, when someone comes into a store and says, I don't like this drone, first thing they try to do is rebox it and resell it. They rebox it and it comes back for a second time, they RTV it, which means return to vendor. In which case, I scan the box, the store gets credit for it, an order goes in automatically for them to get a brand new one. And the one thing that may not have flew or may have flown, just the guy didn't know what the hell he was doing, guess what? Gets tossed into the back. So this is where dumpster diving comes from. They go behind department stores, they go behind supermarkets, all places that sell clothes, everything. And they take this stuff and they resell it on Amazon. Now it's up to Amazon to stop allowing these third-party vendors to selling their shit on Amazon, or Amazon's gonna fall by the wayside.
You know, there's certain people, third-party sellers, right, who go to the
Justin.
extent of getting people to make their stuff, like over in China or somewhere else, bring back in stuff, and they're going about it in a way that even Amazon goes about it. But when they're taking third-party people who go into dumpsters or go into these other places,
You know what?
That was what eBay was for.
But right, I was just getting ready to say,
What happened with eBay now, right?
Amazon
eBay
is trying to kill off eBay, and by allowing third party, they're going to kind of fail because eBay is the master of it. It took me 3 years before I even messed with eBay. And my very first experience, I got screwed. And I was like, see, I told you eBay is a sham. And you know, I purchased stuff from them, but you have to research the people on there. Don't go by reviews, because right now I have a $15 card. And in fact, hold on, I'll show you. Give me a second. Give me a quick second.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I've ordered all kinds of things when I had my GoPro 1 and 2 for parts to go on it.
Okay, you
They go,
see
"We
this?
have 50 of these things," and they never work.
Val, you see this?
Yeah.
This is what a third-party vendor does. They buy up credit from Amazon, right? And I got this in a phone case for my daughter's iPhone. And what it says is, if you give us a great review on Amazon, we'll give you this $15 gift card. So guess how many people are out there writing a BS review on something they don't care about? All they care about is just damn $15 Amazon money. You understand? And Amazon is the one that's screwing all of this up. And like I said, I don't believe in my lifetime, but they could fall by the wayside if they keep letting third-party vendors come in.
So I'm going to say, Chris, Drone Life RC, I actually got my computer, this one that I love, from eBay.
Right.
They worked with the store. I looked at all the reviews, they had thousands and thousands. I didn't have a problem with it. But if it's something like
this session from eBay, this hero session.
I had no idea people were dumpster diving and selling it on these places. I just did not know that.
I'm good. I ain't messing with eBay again.
Oh, that's great.
Always check seller first, yeah.
All I can say,
I don't care what they got for sale over there. They can keep.
Yeah, let me show you what I just got from eBay.
Yeah, show me. Is that it? Your little ears?
Oh no, those are the goggles that he let me use his goggles before I got mine, because, and it's funny because, like I said, if you want to experience what it is to use EV100s, these goggles right here, take a toilet paper tube, look through it, and make your finger the size of a stamp. It's like going from that to IMAX, literally. What'd you?
I read reviews on this on YouTube, and everyone says this thing works really good. So it's
what's that for? Want to do some
micro soldering gun with micro tips.
So that's what I just ordered from eBay.
Nice.
I'll try that out.
Well, I do think
you got it already.
No, it's coming tomorrow.
My God.
Let me know when you get it.
I will. Because all the reviews I watched reviews on eBay for.
Because that's what I worry about with eBay. I don't care when it's supposed to be delivered. I don't care when you ordered it. Let me know when you get it.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll have it tomorrow.
Well, see, that's one thing Kim had done. He had ordered from. Oh, okay.
Bye, Curtis.
Bye, Curtis.
Curtis, where you going?
He's got to go.
I know he said he's got to run.
Yeah, it's probably his TV.
Hey, what's up, Hadley?
I think there's a football game coming on, right, Curtis?
No. Actually, I've got to go to the dump. I'm being told that all the cardboard and styrofoam is sitting here doing nothing.
Is it open today?
Yeah, ours is open every day.
Oh, wow.
I'm being told I need to get rid of it before the game starts.
Okay. Yeah, you guys got the
married
link,
life.
right?
What can I say?
Well,
All right, everybody in chat. Talk to you guys later. Go Seahawks.
Hey, Curtis, happy wife, happy life, right?
That's right. That's the way it works. Talk to you guys later in the chat. See you guys next Sunday. Bye.
Yep.
See you later. He could hide it on the other side of the house. Ain't that right, Val?
That's right.
Or behind the garage.
I'm a little worried about my hats now because someone sent it through Amazon to me and my head itches. I hope it wasn't a third-party seller.
Where'd you get those from, Paul?
I didn't get them.
Amazon.
Herman, you got it.
From the Amazon dumpsters?
Probably. It was in the back.
Well, if you look at my account, you see I bought a total of 337 things.
Whoa.
So I'm an avid eBay person. I'm moving to Amazon, but the thing that sucks about eBay now is that before you didn't have to pay tax on everything, and now because Amazon was going against them because they're taking business, now you have to pay tax on everything.
I'm one and done with them.
Well, I know Kim had bought on eBay a backpack. It never came. He finally had to go back after.
You got buyer protection. You always get your money back.
Yeah, I got my money back, but I'm not diving into that again. Nah, bro.
It took him 2 months to get the money back. And then the guy who's supposed to send him the backpack told him, order it again. Be a man. And I was like, what? He never got it to begin with.
Hey, Herman. Herman, tell us how you really feel.
What about eBay?
Yeah.
Okay. We had this one punk on there selling these things, right? So apparently he told me he mailed it out, right? I never got no tracking number, nothing. Nothing in anything. I complained. He claims he sent it out again. Now, how is it from where you're sending it to my post office? How highly likely is it that they lost my package twice?
Right. They didn't.
Come on. You have nothing for sale, bro. You just
there's a lot of people that do that.
Why? What does that do for you?
Justin, Daryl has a question for you.
Because it's a scam on eBay. Because if you sell something, you're gonna get the money right away.
Not if you go through PayPal.
Yeah, if you go through PayPal, you'll get the money back, but PayPal won't get the money back from that person because they probably already closed their account by the time they figure out what's going on.
Yep. It's a
Hey,
circle.
Justin, Daryl Hickman wants to know what was that drone you were holding?
This is a 3D printed drone that I'm working on. This is all made from the 3D printer, and actually, Herman will laugh. These motors are from eBay.
Do they work?
Yeah, they were.
Or they just look like motors.
These
Thank you.
Or did
Thank
the guy take out all the internals and just stick wire in it?
these
Thank you, Geek
36
Fauna, for the
1306 3100 kV.
Like the mittens of those guys.
All 3D printed. I don't know if you can see
Amy
it.
has done adventures.
Geeks Fauna reminds us that the views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight.
Yep.
Mia's drone, thank you for coming in the Sunday nights with those guys. And we appreciate you all. And I'm like, if I sound like I have a little extra energy, it's because I can't wait to get off the show. I was hanging with a high school buddy earlier today, and I'm a fan of that show, Moonshiners. If you're familiar with it. Well, I just found out in New York they sell some of the moonshine that comes from the States.
I heard about that. It's in the Bronx, right? Or something like that.
Well, I got 3 little bottles.
Oh, geez.
This one's peppermint. This one's apple pie. You know, I've never tried it before, but I know where they sell it now in New York. So if I like, I can go and spend $5, and they have a little sample bar, and you can try out this one cheesecake and stuff like that.
I got to check that out. But Lawrence,
Huh?
I've been drinking as much coffee as Roger.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I have a K-cup machine next to me.
I see the fruit punch.
Uh-huh. I've been having just as much fruit punch as Roger's been having coffee.
Oh, I can imagine. I could imagine. But anyway, I'm super stoked because, like I said, I did. Hey, Adrian Mateos, glad to see you come in.
Hey, Adrian.
I didn't think I would be able to make it through Christmas and then finally give myself a Christmas.
Uh-oh.
So that's where the goggles came in.
Oh, the goggles.
Okay.
Nice.
And now, don't wait until the end of the show. Al Diaz, you're trying to get my live stream banned for drinking moonshine. I'm going to give you a little history, Al Diaz. I used to do internet radio shows back in the...
You could drink it.
Let's say back in the early 2000s. Okay. And one particular time I was really mad about something before the live stream, and I had started drinking. Let me say that I don't remember the actual live stream, but it was the best show I had ever did because everyone came back and was like, drink, drink, drink. That's all I remember. But we're not going to go through that again. Val, what's happening? Adrian Mateos, we appreciate you very much. Val, what are you doing in the world of FPV now?
Well, let me think. So, well, tonight we're doing game night at 8:30 Eastern. So we're going to be going on and doing Velocidrone. So we invite everyone there tonight. It'll be on my channel. And then at 7, I'm going on. We're going to talk a little more with Paul about 107 and the new rules. Right, Paul? He's coming up. You don't have a choice. So, but I am just basically learning how to fly and use the sticks. I mean, it's the throttle control keeps escaping me. I am not very good at this.
You want to know why? I'm gonna give you a hint. Until I found out how to actually lower my rates and slow it down, this drone Hadley, who's in the chat, if he's still there, built a drone for Curtis. He built one for me. He built one for Justin. Well, I'm going to tell you, when I first got this drone was 60 miles an hour. And I had to slow it down because it was just too damn fast. It was like going from 20 miles per hour to 60. Great difference, a lot of fear. So I had to learn how to tone it down. Now that I have the throttle control down, now I'm ready to raise it back up to about 50 miles an hour. So it's just a matter of getting comfortable with what you have. Learn, hey, Drone Bum, how are you? Learn to turn down your profile rates with your goggles on. And this way you can do it on the fly. You can actually plug in and go through your goggles and lower the RC rate or the super rate and try it out that way. Is because if I come to find out, a lot of people that start flying, they pick up something that does 65, 75 miles an hour. And what do? They wipe out with it because it's too fast. So slow it down.
Yeah, I've just been recently learning about changing rates, and I've changed the rates on my Velocidrone. On that, I've changed the rates. I've also picked up that premium package where it's Whoops and the Tiny Hawk, and those seem to be easier for me to manage than the 5-inch that they go faster.
Well, so, I started with a tiny Whoop to get the FPV experience, and then I tried someone's 5-inch Bird and kind of destroyed it.
Yeah.
And then I went back to tiny Whoop, and then I just went to 3-inch and so on. Mr. Crawley, there's always an invite there for you, sir.
Here's Mr. Crowley.
Hey, Mr. Crowley.
And today's his anniversary, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. So his wife will hang him if he gets on the computer.
No, he may have sent him here.
Well, that's why you guys didn't see me on Christmas. I did contact Roger and let him know that I was barred from getting on the computer and or all social media.
So what are you doing on Herman? What are you doing for New Year's Day?
Who? New Year's Day? I don't know why you're gonna come on.
Yeah.
You're gonna dance for everybody?
No.
Backflip?
No.
I gotta figure out something else for the show then.
Yeah, figure out something else.
Cartwheel?
Well, I do know
that I'd break my back.
I do know for New Year's Eve and for New Year's Day, I would like to have some type of meetup here in New York because those guys hasn't had a meetup yet. But it's strange because it's in the middle of the week, so not everybody can make it.
New Year's Day?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about something New Year's Day. Get out and get back early before the football games come on.
Well, we have the show that day.
Yeah, happy anniversary, Sean. Yeah, we have the live stream, right, which is why I don't want to go too far or anything, but I'd like to fly Tuesday and Wednesday if possible.
Okay. So where is it that you plan on doing this?
Well, according to...
No, not on the live stream.
No. I was looking at the weather.
that would be tomorrow's meetup and then...
Right. According to the weather, Tuesday is supposed to be cloudy and Wednesday is supposed to be partly cloudy. The temperature is 47 on Tuesday and 42 on Wednesday.
Right.
Friday, it's going to, of course, every day that it breaks 50, it's raining.
Right.
But one of those 2 days, it's raining tomorrow in New York. It's actually started raining tonight, and tomorrow in New York, it's going to rain all day. But either Tuesday or Wednesday, I want to try these damn goggles out.
Hey, everybody in the chat, if you can go into your computer settings and just move your clock ahead to 650, there's a good game on right now.
What are you looking at, Paul?
I'm looking at an article on drones would be tracked under new federal regulations.
You know what? You know what's puzzling me? The FAA has the 300 or 400 page article, and I don't want to understand why. If I'm registered and affiliated with the FAA, how come I have not received a full 400-page copy?
Yeah, and I just Googled it to try and find it. And
you can't. It's right. I've been looking seriously because we need to go into detail. It's very vague pertaining to FPV, and I'm interested to know it because right now they mention that amateur builders will be exempt from the new FAA rules. Now, does this include FAA? I mean, fixed wing? Does it include FPV? I consider all FPV builders amateur builders.
Because we're all amateur builders.
Exactly my point. So they cannot exclude the FPV community.
Sure, we can.
But that would be the same as the guys doing the RC planes and all that too.
Drone bum, secret meetup location. Facebook.
Oh yeah, RC planes are included. In fact, here's what it says. It says the Federal Aviation Administration's plan would apply to all but the smallest drones and is intended to tighten safety.
51 Drones has a link. See, now that's what I'm talking about, Brant Aerials. Ask and they shall provideth.
So guys, I gotta go because I gotta get ready for tonight. But thank you so much for giving me a link. And
Val, you know
I
what?
hope to see you at 7.
You know what's funny, Val? I sent you a link tonight and I said she's not coming in. And then I look up, boom, and you're there.
Yeah.
So should I say that every time before a show?
Val.
She's not coming in.
Yeah.
Val.
Think Bam. Yeah.
Val, if you're ever in New York, stop by and I'll take you over to AMA Field and let you meet some of the guys that build their own drones and everything. I'm talking about some big, humongous stuff. Like Paul was probably familiar with some of those things too.
Yep.
Big, gigantic build some of these guys have.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're worried about.
Hey,
Okay.
Indigo Rhino says he'll come fly with you later, Val.
Game night's at 8:30, so that's Eastern. So we.
So you're saying I should create a Velocodrone account and
Yes.
and
Yes.
join in,
Yes.
and I won't have the same problem. Okay.
Nope, because we love it. And next week I'll be doing a giveaway for another Velocodrome. So you never know.
Yeah, I heard somebody won a Velocodrone from you, a key from you.
We've done 5 or 6 all together. I've given away.
You hear that, Justin? You hear that? Now,
But you got to be there to win.
now what? Now,
I mean,
all right, take it easy, Val. We appreciate
bye,
you.
guys.
See you later, Val.
Bye.
Well,
that's Val's Life. What is it? Val's and what? Puddles FPV.
It's Val's Life, aka Puddles FPV, with special guest Puddle Jumper.
Yep, Puddle Jumper.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye, Val.
They jumping over puddles of water. I don't know. It's 7 o'clock on Val's channel.
Now, what do you? Oh, Paul, you're looking at drone laws and rules. I thought that was inside your whoop, Justin.
What, this?
Yeah.
This is it. It just got the ducks off of it.
Oh, that's what I was saying. I was about to say, you're already stripping stuff. Daryl Hickman, you can access the pages from the FAA email and download the 390 page. I'd have to go back and check my email. I had saved it and bookmarked it, and somehow it did not save either way. And I don't know what the hell happened, but I would like to know. I went to 51 Drones. Thanks, Brant Ariel, and I saw it, the actual link. Yeah, see, now it looks normal. The gas has set up a couple of webinars meetings next week. What happened, Mr. Crowley?
Who?
Mr. Crowley said something about the gas has set up a couple of webinars. I guess he means the FAA. You can still sign up for the webinars. You see anything about that, Paul?
What's that?
The webinars or anything concerning the FAA?
Well, the webinars come up and they just give you basic information. This article that I'm reading now.
Oh, you got the Model T.
From the Washington Post.
For the R9.
Said, here's a little snippet I find interesting. The Commercial Drone Alliance, which I didn't know they had, but they do, a nonprofit association, said in a statement that it is, quote unquote, thrilled by the FAA proposal and said it appears to open the door for expansion for $1 billion commercial drone economy here in the United States.
Yep.
Right. Exactly what you said is why they're doing all of this.
Right. When I told you that, when I watched the whole thing with the symposium earlier this year,
Rojo just posted it.
And who
300. Rojo
was
just posted a 390 page link. This I need to bookmark.
Who was making all of the noise?
Rojo, we appreciate you for posting that, because there's a few things in here that were not explained on the FAA website, and this is sectioned off, all 319 pages. Wow. This is exactly what we need, Herman.
Huh?
A little light reading. Justin, I'm gonna start putting my stickers on tonight.
I got some stickers for you too.
What kind? I'm always looking for stickers. Oh, word? Team Black Sheep? I don't have any. Wait, I might have a Team Black Sheep in here, but I don't think. No, I don't. Oh, you get all that stuff from the crates.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll always use stickers. Not final rules, final proposal. Right. Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
If there was a way to take this eye and put it over the middle camera on a goggle, that would be
perfect.
It would be, but there's no way to put it.
Take a little, one of those little punches that you have, punch a little hole.
No, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look for a sticker with an eye. You have one, Justin? Look. No, look at the screen because of the camera here. He was saying a good idea would be to put an eye over it and leave the camera open as if it's a third eye.
Lawrence, they have goggles like that that also take an HD in on them. Do those do that?
I misunderstood.
Okay. They have goggles, right? Like that have the camera in the middle.
Yeah.
You can play into them from an HDMI cable.
Yes.
Okay. So you can use those to fly your Phantom.
Oh, get out of here.
Yes.
The HDMI. I have the HDMI. I can use these to fly my Phantom.
But you need the module. You need the module on the back. The only one that came with the module was the one with the screen.
Well, I can do it with my tablet.
Hold on. Mia says problem I found over in the UK is that the few ruin it for the many. I guess it's the same. It is the same. It's the same around the world. It's the same around the world. Right now, there's some drone pilot saying, man, I'm going to get that shot. And he's about to crash his shit.
Well, you know what, Lawrence? There's those few are so few that it's not funny, but it's to the point of where they take the few and use the example of the few to escalate it to make it seems like it's the masses.
Right. Justin, I need stickers badly.
You're gonna need this thing.
Like if you had 10 people.
Okay.
If you had 10 people doing it, they'll report it as 100,000.
Oh, that's the DJI outputs. I've seen that module on controllers.
Yes, only the controller with the screen on it comes with.
I can show you how to put it on, Lawrence.
Okay.
Well, matter of fact, you got some a lot of videos on YouTube that show that. You pop the joint off. It has a 2-piece board inside of it.
Brent Ariels is right.
Your old board comes out.
Okay. And it's basically plug and play. Brent Ariels is right. It is the few that make the news, but it's the few that messes it up for all of us that are decent flyers and that care about the laws. And what's that you posted, Paul?
That's the Washington Post article, December the 27th on the new FAA proposed rules, and it goes in depth as far as their reporters giving you some insights.
Okay. Okay. Definitely bookmark this.
Paul.
Yeah.
I want to show you something that's so funny, and it's probably, and I'm almost positive that this is the case. How many of those ships have you flown that you've caught more than once?
Oh, a bunch.
Right. So I'm almost positive that everybody that comes through there with a ship, and especially those type of ships that you capture, they all know the ID or the person or whomever it may be flying that drone.
Oh yeah, I get emails from the ship companies and the captains. Yep.
See?
So are they sending you emails saying we're coming through or?
Oh, they'll call and request it, and or like if a captain is retiring after that particular voyage, he's going to retire when he gets to port, and somebody else going to take over.
Right. So that would be footage worth getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lawrence, but see, that's because at this point they know that Paul is not a threat.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
It's the
agree.
same thing with a lot of the guys that's been flying around here in New York. The reason why nothing has ever happened is because they know that guys are not a threat. But you see, the money's coming. The money's coming, and they want to make everybody seem like they're a threat.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right. Unfortunately, and the money's coming from these drone companies that are going to be literally taking over the skies.
Well, and the other thing too is, Lawrence, and I hate to say it because I don't want to lump anybody into this, but there's a percentage of commercial drone pilots that don't want anybody else in their airspace or possibly taking pictures that they want to sell.
Yeah.
Well,
That's like saying you
I
don't
believe that's probably true, Paul.
That's like saying you don't want this used car dealership to open up next to your used car dealership.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I don't mind you doing business as long as I can't see you. See, because if you're over here, you're in my way, you're infringing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's just like what Paul had said this before. We're going to take the FAA test and how it's made up by regular pilots.
Yep.
You know, and they want to make sure that, you know, if you're going to be in our airspace, you're gonna learn the rules that we got to run. You're going to fly in our airspace.
Yep.
You do that pretty good.
But I'm just saying that, you know, that's how guys are, you know. And I'm quite sure that some of the drone pilots that have moved on to, you know, being 107 is like, those guys that want to fly, guys flying rogue, and those guys. Like I told you what the guys over at Garrison thought about 5 boroughs.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. They thought they were a bunch of rogue pilots.
They see you guys on Facebook. You know, there's a bunch of rogue guys.
Yeah. I tried to explain that to the leader of Faa Borough, but he wasn't trying to hear it, so I left it alone. And this year, I'm kind of doing the same thing. I'm only going to mention something to a person once, and if you go, but I'm like, okay, cool, and I'm backing off.
Well, that's the way I feel. It's like
I'm backing off. I
someone's doing something bad, but you're like, well, maybe he didn't mean it, and he continues to do bad stuff. Well, maybe we could say something to him to make him change, and he keeps doing bad stuff. When is there going to be a point where you're going to just say, this person's not good?
Well, now that all of these groups have infiltrated Facebook, I mean, now that the FAA and certain agencies have infiltrated Facebook, and I want to bring this up. It was brought to my attention this week that there's a group called Freedom Drones. It's from the UK, and they post a lot of rogue New York pictures. Well, it was brought up to my attention, I can't say by whom, but by someone in New York that's close to law enforcement, that mentioned, hold on, got a text. Breaking news. Let's leave it alone. Canceled. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, there are just certain things that are going on amongst these groups on Facebook. I'm sorry for mentioning certain groups, but there are groups on Facebook that are showing pictures and rogue pictures of flyers here in New York doing illegal stuff. And law enforcement and or higher forces have brought up this one particular group on Facebook for being known for showing rogue pictures from New York. So I can almost bet my last dollar that they've been infiltrated already and they're taking notes.
They got a guy inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got a guy inside.
Brant Ariels, you have a great evening.
Yes, Brant Ariels, we appreciate you for coming through.
Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us.
And I just to qualify, I don't know what Mr. Crowley's last comment meant, but
are the guys on the inside?
The views and opinions of those in the chat are not
the
necessarily
views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone on the panel tonight.
in the chat.
Let's get that clear. Justin.
Yes.
How do you get these stickers on the curved parts? You cut the sticker or what? Or just flatten it out?
You make it work. Eventually, they're all gonna come off, and you just put new ones on.
Put new ones on. Yeah, I guess.
What are you trying to
But
do?
if you can get the air out, this Get FPV, I'm trying to put it, and it's actually angled. You see how it's angled here?
Okay.
So I have it going from the bottom here like that. And the G didn't want to lay down right, but I got her. I got all the air bubbles out.
How are you gonna
That works. Plus, a hair dryer at a distance, not up close, will heat that plastic up enough to make it conform.
Yeah.
Now, what are you gonna do about putting the eye over the in the middle?
The eye over, there's still room.
You probably get a smaller one and put it right on top.
I can get rid of that .com. That .com doesn't mean anything to me. I'll put a sticker over that. But Justin, and you need to see if you get an eye there, man, an eyeball.
Not really.
But I need to find one. Get the FPV slaps on. They're thick. Okay.
So listen to this story. So there's a Sin Whoop group that I am, because I'm trying to get into the Sin Whoops. So a guy put a post in there. Like, I have nothing against the Mavic Mini. I think it's great, but the Mavic Mini cannot do what a Sin drone could do.
Oh no.
No.
And the whole thing, everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, I could do that with a Mavic Mini." I'm like, how? There's no way you could do that.
No.
You mean did you fly a Mavic Mini like a Sin Whoop?
Yeah, everyone's saying it's possible.
It doesn't. Now here a question, Paul. You have one. It's a 2-axis gimbal, right?
Yes. No, 3-axis.
It's really a 3-axis gimbal.
Yeah. Yep.
That might.
The Spark is the 2-axis.
Okay.
And the Mini is the 3-axis.
What are you actually trying to do with it?
Well, no, he was saying that guys are saying that the Mavic Mini can fly like a Sin Whoop, and you just can't, because a Sin Whoop, you can like racing drones, you can lower the rates to make them fly smoother and pitch smoother, like a bird. Whereas the Mavic Mini, you can't mess with the software inside.
Whoops, you can do flips too, can't you?
You can. It's not made to do flips, but you can do flips with it.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing and you have it set up right,
you could properly flip it.
Because if you're looking for small, slow cinematic footage, why couldn't you?
Oh, hold it. Rojo just gave me a link for eyeball stickers. For an eyeball sticker. There we go.
It's because of the angles that a Sin Whoop could do that the Mavic Mini would even get close to doing.
See, now I got something to look for.
The Mavic Mini can be flown in Addy mode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Addy mode and acro mode is two different things.
Well, the thing of it is if anybody buys a Mini,
here you go, Rojo.
You're not looking to fly a pure FPV racing type drone anyway. I mean, it's like going out and buying a diesel truck to try and race on the racetrack. They'll both go down the road, and they'll both go down the track, but not anywhere.
Yeah, but that's not what he's going to use the Sin Whoop for either.
Right. Exactly. My problem is too many people are starting to compare this Mavic Mini with much bigger birds. And I'm like, I have seen some impressive pictures. Yeah. I've seen some impressive video from it.
Yeah.
What do you got, Paul?
What?
You got something to show us?
No. I was just up there straightening my clock. Somehow I got cocked a little bit.
Well, all I can say is I have not seen the Mavic Mini in person, but I have seen.
Well, when you get one in your hands and you actually fly it, like Herman's going to arrange for you to go down to the DJI store, right, Herman? And you're going to get a chance to experience.
Because look at this video. This is this guy said a Mavic Mini could do this, and I'm pretty sure a Mavic Mini would probably die within 20 minutes of getting near this water.
I would agree. I would well, I don't.
Why couldn't it do that?
Oh, if you were good enough pilot,
Because
I think you could, but a person that's
Because it's not the drone that does it, it's you.
yeah, exactly.
True.
It just depends upon how good you are on the sticks.
That is true. That is very true.
But you'd have to know the aircraft. You'd have to know when you're looking at it on the screen what your actual clearance is, and get an idea. But you know, somebody that just walks into DJI or into Best Buy and says, "I want a Mini," and they've never flown before. Hell no.
He can't even do a figure 8.
Yep.
Much less a box.
Yep.
No, you're right.
Where?
You have a valid point there. I mean, it's apples and it's apples and oranges.
Yep.
You cannot compare the two. But the fact that people are actually trying, Acro goes 360, Addy mode is limited by DJI to oh right, that's true. Acro does have 360 degree. DJI is limited to 30 to 35 degrees.
Yeah, because if you take it and you flip it like that,
It'll cut off.
cuts the motors.
It'll cut off. Hey, what's up, Robert?
Hello, gentlemen. How are you tonight?
Hey, Robert.
We're good, man. We're good. It's his last live stream before the new year.
I know. I had to come on just to say hello. Love you guys' show. Love it every time.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it very much. We appreciate everyone. Even you lurkers out there that have been lurking for months. Come the hell in. We don't care.
Maybe.
If I yelled at you or cursed at you, it's a new year. Come on in.
I see Big Matt. Big Matt's in here. Did I miss him earlier?
Yeah, no, he was here. He was actually working on his computer and
that's what you
listening.
said. Yep. He was working on his computer.
Are we on this Wednesday? Mr. Crowley wants to know. You know what? Everybody's drinking. What do you got, Rojo?
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels. What do you got, Herman? The punch, the island punch, right? You got the island punch. Well, we're gonna go with some. Paul, stop it.
I got water and Mio.
Okay, but that'll do good enough. All right, we're gonna go into some peppermint moonshine.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm lurking, but I'm kind of lurking, but I'm building a 6-inch source one. No, not a problem. Indigo. We appreciate
Hey, Herman.
Yeah.
Any bets on how fast that cherry sitting is going to start spinning when he puts it?
This is my first time trying, so we're gonna do the.
Here we
full
go.
test
Here we go.
It's just his exact address, right? In case he burns the house down.
It'll pop up on the Citizen app. Don't worry.
Justin, you guys.
By the time it's on Citizen app, it's outside.
You guys are familiar with the Citizen app?
I'll be the one outside filming, like,
Paul and Rojo.
No, I'm not.
The Citizen app is an app that someone created so that you download it and you see the local crimes in the area. Every time a call's called in to 911 or the police respond or emergency. So if you're close enough, you can pull your camera up and record it. So Justin lives 30 minutes away. He's going to see there's a fire in Far Rockaway and burn rubber to get here to see if it's my house.
No, all he's got to do is go live and wait for you to run out the house.
Yeah, we're
even worse.
In fact, what I did is I went up and pinned him so I can see the whole reaction.
Here,
Novice.
Now, Al Diaz, I'm not going to chug this thing. I don't know what the results would be.
Well, what actually
you might want to put that on ice.
Really?
That people actually report it to Citizen app, not that when they call 911.
All right, come on. Let's get it out the way. Come on.
Hey, Justin, Justin, is that what he's going to see after experiences after he drinks this?
Yes. That's...
Justin, how are you doing that with just one prop? That's pretty damn cool.
I don't know whoever has this drone, they got the camera in the wrong position.
Mm-hmm. It's a monopop.
They'll figure it out sooner or later.
You want to see how old I am? Remember in the Naked Gun? Was it the second one?
Yeah.
Remember the scene that was like this?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah. I am old.
Yeah, see, you're dated. All right,
Okay,
here you go.
okay, we're
Here,
ready.
you
We're
can pin
ready
up.
now.
Here we're gonna go. First
Give
way.
it a
I
big
smelled
one.
it. This is peppermint moonshine. Salute.
Down
Happy
the
New
hatch.
Year.
Salute.
Down the hatch.
Healthy,
Salute.
healthy, happy
I'll
New
join
Year
you.
to
You
you
might
guys.
wanna
Come
put
on,
that-
Justin, join us.
Oh, come on, Justin.
Come on, take the top off, Justin.
on,
You don't
Justin.
show the
Here you go.
bottle.
There you go.
Happy New
Ah,
Year,
crack 'em.
Al
Oh, he
Diaz.
cracked it.
Al Diaz, I'm not slamming it. Here
There
we
you
go.
go.
Happy
Slam
New
that
Year's,
baby.
guys. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
New Year.
You know what?
All right.
That's it. Game over.
Thanks, everybody. We're watching those guys tonight.
Feels like he took
Oh,
2 tablespoons of grease.
Hey, Lawrence, you're starting to sweat, buddy.
No,
Get the
Are we-
paper towels out.
Are we
I'm
going to
good.
do super chats for dancing tonight now?
no, stop it. No,
Hey,
you can see.
I got 2 more left.
there you go. Let's go
I
down
got-
them. Down
I
them. Here
got
we
2
go.
more left. I have this one.
100 proof. There you go.
No, you got to down them. Here you go. Get another one down.
Hold on. We got a little bit here.
Oh, my God.
This side of my brain is getting warm.
Justin, if he has another one, you got to go get him.
Why?
does another one, I'll
Stop
do
it,
another
man.
Hey, Justin, you got to be the den mother here tonight.
You're closer. Plus, I got a
For
good
some
spot.
reason,
Plus, I got a good spot for them all.
I'll send the Uber.
you send an Uber. Okay, cool. That's cool. All right, here. That's after the second one. We're gonna do the next one in about a minute or so.
No, hey,
Give Justin a chance to recuperate from the last one.
you got to chase it down, my man.
With what? What's this
With
chase
those.
down stuff?
You got to chase
you
those
see,
down
Lawrence,
with each other, one after the other.
Lawrence, you finished the beef eater?
No, that thing is in the freezer right now.
Well, that's what you should have had.
That's what I should have had, right? Geeks Vana, dance, baby, dance. No, that ain't happening. Cut it out.
You want to see Lawrence sweat?
No, we're not going there tonight.
No,
Hey,
we don't need.
I
We don't need to
call
go
Val.
there tonight.
Val,
We're-
come back and get it going.
Trust me, your last memory of freaking those guys, you don't want to see me dancing and hurling at the same time.
Oh yeah, what is
Okay.
it? Lawrence said he would dance for like 100.
Son, I appreciate you, but we're not dancing tonight.
Well, the thing of it is, it could
All
be
right,
out with
here
the
we
old
go.
and in with the new. Here we go.
All right, come on, Justin, let's go, man.
Here we go.
Come on, Justin. I got one down, one to go.
Yeah, don't look, Justin.
Wait a minute.
When-
Yeah,
What?
Justin with the goggles on, right? Hold on. We can do this too.
Well, but we want to see your eyes spinning.
That's why I'm hiding them. All right, you ready? Come on, Justin. You ready?
Here we go. 1,
Happy New Year,
2,
everyone.
Happy New Year, number
we go.
2.
Happy New Year. 3.
Oh, Justin. Ah,
Man up. Eat that.
Ah!
Eat that. That's right.
One more to go. One more to
man,
go.
just
Oh no,
put
Paul.
straight
No,
vodka.
Paul, we're-
That's nice one, Justin.
Another one?
What? Another one. Yeah, one
Ju-
more.
Justin's ready for
just
more.
making sure it's empty.
Okay, one more to go there, Lawrence.
Justin's gonna get off camera and get the shit slapped out
Right
of him.
here. So I am drinking it.
You gotta see that line move there, Justin.
Jay Santiago, I appreciate you very
Hey,
much.
Jay.
I appreciate everybody that's
Yep.
has contributed super chats to Sunday nights with those guys. The last live
last
stream.
There.
The very
The
last live
Sunday
stream.
of the month is called the Drinking Sunday.
The drinking Sunday. Yeah.
Drinking Sunday, the last Sunday of the month. You know what, Paul?
One more. One more.
I
Lawrence.
actually put it higher than a line. So
All right, Justin, we got one more to go.
One more to go.
I only have this one, Justin. Hold on.
What's that one, Lawrence?
Yeah,
Huh?
hold on. Can you
Oh,
guys
this
is
is
that one?
this is apple pie.
can you guys
There you
wait for
go.
me to get a refill?
Yes, yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll be right back. Don't-
I didn't plan on opening these, but since it's New Year's Eve
That's right.
and Jay Santiago, definitely happy New Year to you. A healthy and more so healthy to everyone than prosperous. If you're healthy, you can't make money. I mean, if you're not healthy, you see it's kicking in.
Oh my God, what kind of philosophy is that?
If you're not healthy, you can't make money. Cut it out.
Leaks in the chat. If you go on to YouTube and search for Billy Kyle, he has videos of the parrot and Nafi.
Yes, he does. He does.
He likes
the parrot and Nafi, Geeks Vana, Billy Kyle. We can introduce you to him. He's coming to New York to fly with us. We've gone to Philadelphia to fly with him. You already know Philly Drone Life. Mia says she needs some of this. Look, listen, I had 2 shots and
well, one more to go.
Nice and
we're
toasty.
We're waiting on Herman.
You're nice and we're waiting on Herman. And Paul's the greatest instigator here since he's the only one not drinking. But it's okay. You're joining us vicariously.
That's it. All right.
Glad I could come in.
We gotta hold on. We gotta wait for Justin.
Justin's out there getting ready.
Lawrence, I don't know if I could do more than 4 of these, bro.
Well, look, I got 3 of these, and I still have some. I have some Beefeater in the
You got in the
Beefeater
freezer
gin that your birthday gift to me.
Yeah.
I still have that. So looks like it's starting to get warm in here.
All right.
Herman's getting primed.
It's getting warm. It's getting warm in here. Don't worry, Mia. Don't worry, Mia. It's not a striptease.
There we go. Everybody,
right, Justin.
Well, let me.
Justin's ready.
Wait, I gotta break the seal.
Yep.
Listen, Jay Santiago says he's joining us. Everybody, we have 5 minutes before. Wait, well, how come I can't get this one open?
Bring it on in, Jay.
The motor skills is going.
That's a shot glass.
Hold on.
Go drive a car.
Motor skills are going. You can't get the bottom.
I took my SD cards out, so there's no drone flying.
Okay, hold it.
So this is a double shot.
Lawrence will be outside the house out there. Can't figure out how to put the key in the car.
Yo, Paul, you know what's funny? When me and Lawrence was in Atlantic City, we started drinking, right? And
here we go.
This might be a good spot.
Here we go.
Right here. We were drinking.
What happened?
Why can't we? Nah. That's about the 3rd or 4th drink. Now we can't fly, man.
Yeah, that's true. We were in Atlantic City. Herman's like, I wish we could go flying now. I was like, damn, I'm glad he said he wish. All right, come on.
There you go.
It's 4 minutes to. This is Apple. I don't have any more because my boy gave me 3. So I'm actually going to have him watch the live stream and bring it up to this time so you can see. Charlie, I appreciate you. The peppermint was good, but I have a feeling this apple pie is going to be even better.
Oh, yeah.
Lawrence, as soon as
Happy New Year, Charlie.
Scroll on your phone to Justin's number so your wife can call when you hit the floor. So she's like, come
well, my daughter knows how to unlock my phone, so guess who they're going to call first? You're behind.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Justin.
When I get in trouble, I blame Herman anyway.
Case of emergency call.
Here we go. I got the top off. Let's go,
Okay.
Justin.
Here we go.
You got
Justin.
your shot?
Come on, get your bottle.
Come on, Justin.
How do they do it? Shot.
Ready, here we go.
Shot. All right.
Shotski.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year. That's quite a face, Lawrence.
How's that apple?
Good. Really strong, but good.
All right. We gonna get a drop, Lawrence.
You get a drop. Who's getting dropped?
Somebody.
Okay.
The views and opinions of the drinkers on the panel.
Say that again, Justin.
Listen,
What was
Justin's going over there.
There we go. All right. Sunday Nights with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those
Guys.
guys.
We're not going off yet. We appreciate you guys. We're going to hang on for the full 2 minutes. Happy New Year to all of you.
Did you see what Geek Savannah
Charlie,
said?
thank you very much, man. You and Harold.
Geek Savannah says Lawrence's eyes widened.
This one just started pulsing. I don't know what happened there.
Mixing of the flavors.
You know, that apple was really good.
How do you know? It's the 3rd one.
Yeah.
Got you, Rhino.
Cheers to everyone.
Cheers, everybody.
We appreciate you. It's 2 minutes
That bad,
to.
Al Diaz.
You guys are going to jump over to Val's life or what?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, probably.
Hey,
Hold on.
Yeah.
Herman,
yeah.
what are we doing Tuesday and Wednesday?
Tuesday. Well, when? Shit. Excuse me.
Yeah. Have another sip.
Going flying.
You know what? Hold on. The live stream's not over. The live stream's not over. I'll be back.
Oh, he's got to go get his bottle out of the freezer.
What we doing Tuesday?
He's doing a beef
I'm
eater
trying
now.
to work on a video that's killing me. I got a lot of footage. I'm trying to put in some new stuff that I haven't,
Put in the
that I haven't, no one's seen yet, that I've in some of the places I've been, and I'm trying to get some new music. I'm gonna use some familiar tracks from some of the videos that I did and some new stuff too. So I'm trying to work on something nice. I was,
Hey, Justin.
Yes.
Some on scene footage.
Let's go.
I scraped it off the
Let's go.
the cutting room floor.
The pump has been primed.
Huh?
Got the
The
beef.
pump has been primed.
Uh-oh, that's it.
You know what the line is, right? So
This was my birthday gift from Herman.
This is not a drill.
This is not a drill. Please stand back.
The views and opinion of some of the drunkers on the
It's New Year's Eve's Eve. All right. I have a feeling after this,
I have Southern blood, so I got the iron
I'm
stomach.
probably going to be done because mixing moonshine with gin.
Oh,
All
should
right.
be a nightcap. Let me put this back in the fridge because this ain't staying with me.
Why? You can work your way through that.
Paul, stop instigating.
Those guys has not been sponsored by Jack Daniels, Smirnoff, or Beefeaters.
Just enjoy it.
No, seriously, Herman, me, Justin, really appreciate you guys. We started this live stream later in the year, and I can honestly say we do have some plans. Why, my eye is like, my eye just started going doom, doom, doom. As I was saying,
well, Val is live.
Are the new FAA laws pertain to us? How dare she?
Wow.
No, I'm just playing. I have mad love for Val. What I'm trying to say is we appreciate you here at Those Guys. We appreciate you. We love you. The alcohol's kicking in. and
from around 6
o'clock.
o'clock.
Wait a minute. Wait, well, Justin, why are you typing later, y'all? Where are you going?
No, because some people are like, they gotta go.
They're going to Val.
I appreciate
I'm
it.
still here. I ain't going
We are basically here at Those Guys. Appreciate you all for supporting us. Seriously.
Around 6 o'clock.
Those guys.
Okay. Plain and simple. Paul, for being the Ed McMahon of all of our live streams.
Been a pleasure.
We appreciate the support. Yes, Wednesday night. We going live, Herman?
Of course we are.
All right. You want to do one more Those Guys drop and do a shot, and then I'll end the live stream.
Dropping a shot.
A drop and a shot. Now, Justin, look at you.
He's primed.
Justin, don't get slapped. I don't answer my phone after 10. I don't answer my phone after 10 p.m. Okay. All right. You ready, Herman? You ready for the shot, Herman?
I guess so. Why not?
Yes, we are going live. Wednesday nights with Those Guys will be live on New Year's Day, and we appreciate
drink some more then.
We appreciate you all.
Drink some more then. Yeah.
You all done?
I'm just saying we could drink some more then.
We could now see if we knew Val was going to invite us on, we could carry the party on over to there. So Paul, I highly suggest you have Val send us some invites.
Okay.
All right, but Sunday nights we're going to do the shot and sign out.
Okay.
Happy New Year, everyone. Healthy and prosperous one. More so healthy than prosperous. You can't make money if you're not healthy. Plain and simple. Sunday nights with Those Guys is sponsored by
Those Guys. Happy New Year.
Good night.